pizza. Enjoy.
Yeah, thanks, Neria. It's great. It looks great. It's nice and viscous. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Welcome back to Tavern Talks with Roxx, a show where we get together and try new things. I'm excited to have you back, and we'll get things started right away here, but before that, bon appetit.
Is it okay?
Oh, yeah, no, it's good. It's good. Man, you look unfashionable and empty inside. You know what can help you? The Artesian Super Shop. We got all sorts of monthly offerings for you in the Lost Ark in-game store. You need somewhere to sit, you need somewhere to go. We got a rose thorn mount. 5 color variations, red, purple, white, tan, and green. This is kind of a goth theme. Tan and green, those colors aren't goth, but it doesn't matter. We have to appeal to a broader audience to make sales, you know? The scene era died many years ago, so there's not a whole lot of people we're targeting. But you want a chair to sit on, you want a chair to move around, rose thorn mount. Of course, you gotta look good when you're sitting on your mount. We got gothic skins. Those are for people who are really moody, still crying over the fact that Halloween is over and we've moved on. They're giving sad. You don't wanna give sad? We also got the Song of Adventure skins available this month. These are actually gonna include Slayer skins, and you know what? We know a lot of players are really excited about those Song Adventure skins. I'm pretty sure we all know why. We got suits, we got shirts that aren't even really long enough to probably be considered shirts. We got dresses, we got weapons, and did I mention we have a skin for the Slayer too? I don't know what that looks like yet, but I'm a little bit concerned about our ESRB ratings. You ever wanted to draw your power from the moon? Now you can. The mages get these crazy little moon weapons. I don't know, these skins were created by players, so there's not really any rhyme or reason, but they're cool. And you know what? Maybe you're not wanting to dress yourself, maybe you're just wanting a companion. Let's go back to the goth theme, nocturnal pet cat. I guess cats are goth now. Yeah, I mean the black cat is, at least, but there's also a little one with a monocle, and that's super cool. Log into Lost Ark today, open your in-game shop, and swipe that card. I need to be able to afford to eat. In the spirit of the season, we asked players on Discord and Reddit to share their most heartwarming Lost Ark stories with us. If your story is shared here in Neria's Tavern, you'll receive a Twinkling Moon headband chest that you can use to pick a cute little headband for one of your characters. Also, if you were featured in last month's show in October, you'll earn it too, so we haven't forgotten about you. With all that being said, let's share some of your stories. Back then in the early days of Vaulton, I was in an Argos bus. One passenger at the beginning asked the party not to skip cutscenes so her little son could watch Argos, or the cute white deer, as he called it. Me, the drivers, and the fellow passengers agreed. She told us that her son was very excited to see Argos playing with the drivers, and during the Argos death scene, he said, "Argos is going to sleep," and begged us to say, "Good night, Argos, sweet dreams." Almost exactly 1 year ago, I met a fellow raider in Lost Ark during a Belshazzar learning party. We got to talking, and we've been best friends ever since, despite living in completely different countries. We talk every day and spend our evenings on call playing Lost Ark together. We have gone on to do everything together. We clear the latest content together, and we even hone together. Meeting him has been amazing, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Thank you, Lost Ark. Keep your friends close. A month or two ago, we were all done with our weekly raids, so we decided to queue up for some Inferno, Vaulton, and Vicus. It's usually something we do just to pass the time and keep busy when there's nothing else to do. Someone new applied to the raid, and it was his first attempt at trying Vicus. He couldn't get into any other raids, and ours was the only party up at the time. Turns out he was a very elderly man and had been kicked and rejected a lot. Fast forward to present day, and we all formed a static with him to help him enjoy the game a little bit more. He said he's been estranged from his family and considers all of us like his grandchildren. It's been really fun helping him learn how to do all the old raids, and he's even gotten some titles for previous Inferno modes. Unfortunately, his age is catching up to him, so he hopes to play a little bit more and hopefully stick it out for one last push through Inferno Belshazzar. You know, I'm gonna be really upset if that story's not true, because I am now rooting for him. I think the most heartwarming moment was when we all put gold together to buy a maid skin for our friend that we kept sending into a Con Gate 3 as a janitor every run. Now he has 6 maid costumes. You know what? I'm glad he owned it, and I'm sure he appreciated you giving him that first one. About 8 months ago, I took 7 Mokokos into Vicus to teach them. We spent something like 6 hours in the raid and eventually cleared it. A week ago, one of them saw me in Aranor and thanked me for getting him into the game. He's now item level 1580, doing Brel hard and a con. Me and my friend used to play alone, but one day we found a Vicus learning party with 6 players that were already friends from different Latin American countries. We didn't clear Gate 3, but they invited us to try again the next time all 8 of us were together. We did so, and they became our friends in real life. Now we play together most of the time, text each other random stuff through the day, and are planning to meet in person soon and learn a con blind. P.S. We hold birthday parties in my stronghold. You'll love to see it. And there you have it, some of the most heartwarming stories from our community. See, they aren't always salty.
What's that? You need more salt?
No, everything's great. Anyway, my heart is warmed, their hearts are warmed, and your hearts are probably warmed. So I feel like this is the perfect time to cut to a commercial break. We'll see you when we get back.
Interested in the convenience of air travel but love getting seasick? Look no further than Arkesia's new and improved ocean liner. Recent advances in technology mean that our vessels can take you anywhere you need to go as soon as you need to go there. Whether you're sailing to the frozen north of Shoeshire, the techno-dystopia of Arthetine, or to Tortoik to visit the Big Head. Let our ocean liners take you wherever you need to go, whenever you need to get there. Wait, no, that's... You weren't supposed to... Turn that off! Arkesia's ocean liners, ready whenever you are.
All right, welcome back to Mokoko Talks with Roxx. As you see, I'm very susceptible to advertising. And I took an ocean liner back here to Mokoko Village because I was really sick and tired of Neria's Tavern. It smells weird in there, the patrons are mean, her food is bad. I honestly don't know why I picked that location for the show to begin with. Anyway, it doesn't matter because it's a great thing I came to Mokoko Village. I found none other than Soomin, better known as, for some reason, Soomin Park. And he's going to join me for a little bit. Soomin, why don't you tell everyone who you are and what you do on Lost Ark?
So I'm the franchise leader for Lost Ark. That's my title and the role.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So for the players at home, kind of what does that mean? What does your job entail?
So there are a lot of things happening for Lost Ark, and obviously there is a developer and we are the publisher. So my responsibility is from the beginning of the project. I work with Smilegate to get the product up and running. So there are lots of internal teams, including like infrastructure, marketing, and like franchise team, and so many different teams need to work together to improve the game and service the game as a live game. But also, one of my responsibilities is working with Smilegate RPG to get the content and also localize it and westernize it before we deliver it to the customers.
Awesome. Yeah. What would you say, like, especially in terms of kind of some of the changes to the game content and westernizing it, how do you say that has an impact? What sort of impact would you say that has on players?
Obviously, we are a Western service, and one of our biggest responsibility and the role is westernize the game. Mm-hmm. So not only just localization of the text, but also we review the game and we review the players' behavior and their preference, and working with Smilegate RPG to get it improved. Like we suggest some of the like updated reward and balances and things like that to Smilegate, and also we designed the whole new features like jump to server or modified monetization design for example like Y'all's Jar. We delivered that to Smilegate and let them ask them to develop the new features and changes for us.
Cool. Yeah, definitely a lot of the projects you work on are things that players obviously end up seeing very directly. But out of all of those kind of different projects and tasks and things you've done for Lost Ark in your time here, what would you say is your favorite? Like, what are you the most proud of, maybe?
Because I'm the first person in the third-party game like division or like franchise leader in Amazon Games. So I'm very proud of my first third-party game launch in Amazon Games, and that's Lost Ark. And obviously, there are lots of challenges because I'm the first one, and as a third-party publisher, we had to prepare a lot of different platforms and features and tools to support the third-party title. So we did that, and I'm very excited and also happy to see players are enjoying this game with all the effort we made.
Yes, Soomin, as he said, was literally the first person also hired on to work on Lost Ark. So you have really gotten to see it grow from quite literally day one to, what it is now, and it's come quite a long ways. So I feel like I've been here for a while too. I started before the game launched, but like not nearly as early as you. So you've just seen levels upon levels of growth.
Probably it's hard to believe that how I was excited about the game I would work on is the Lost Ark, and also it's with Smiley RPG, because I knew them and I already knew the game because it was released in Korea before I joined, and how amazing the game is. So, like, super excited because this is my project. This is the first project, third-party project for Amazon Games, and that's Lost Ark.
Yeah.
So it's perfect combination.
Yeah, it's been super awesome. Cool. A few more questions for you that were in my brain, and now I'm just coming up with here on the spot, not premeditated at all. When will we see you again?
Already in November, and our last roadmap announcement was in August. So it's been almost already 3 months, and we are going to have another roadmap announcement in December for early 2024. So I'm very excited to announce the upcoming roadmap with very exciting content and the features. So we are going to see players very soon.
Yeah, definitely. I know I will be there. I've invited myself and a couple other familiar faces as well. Really excited to do that next roadmap video. We'll see if we can sneak you in before that, but more on that later. Cool. Now I just have some super fun, quick questions I'm going to ask you. Don't think too hard about them. Don't think too hard. No heart attacks. There are no medics here in Mokoko Village. Let's just get to know you a little bit as a Lost Ark player. So, scariest Legion commander?
I can say Akan, because the look is like kind of scary,
He's
and
gross.
also it's known as a plague Legion commander. So like, I hate diseases, but the most most afraid of thing, the most scary thing of Akan is like one of her attack is drowning the player. So I'm a bit afraid of water, and when I see the drowning attack, like I'm totally freaked out. So
Yeah.
Akan is my choice.
That's valid. You heard it here first. Soomin Park is afraid of diseases and drowning. I think most people are, so you're in good company. I definitely am. What is your favorite NPC?
My favorite NPC is Neria, because who doesn't like her, frankly speaking?
Fair enough.
And I love Beatrice, but Beatrice, I can see Neria more often in the game because I can interact with her, and also I rapport with her, so I can see. That's why I love like Neria. She is my favorite from the beginning.
Yeah, no, that's fair. She's got all the cute animals and stuff too. How many Mokoko seeds do you have?
I counted until like 1,200. That's the most number of Mokoko seeds to get the maximum reward.
That is
So
way more than I have.
I got a little lazier than before, so I stopped collecting or barely like searching for the Mokoko seeds anymore. But probably I restart again with the Voldis update.
All right, Voldis update. What are you most excited for in the Voldis update?
Voldis is a gigantic content, so it is obviously the biggest content after Artesian, and it has a lot of great stories and clues for the end of the chapter. And also, the length of the story is as long as like maybe comparable with the Artesian. But there are amazing and a lot of cutscenes and also great stories, and also the soundtrack is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Soomin is actually very excited about Voldis, and he knows quite a bit more about it than he's letting on. So we'll actually have him back here at Mokoko Village next week. Surprise, surprise, you're not allowed to go home. To talk to you and interview a little bit about Voldis and what you can expect to come in the December update. So very excited to be sharing that with players. Keep an eye out. I'm going to say 2 things and you're just going to pick the favorite, okay? Belshazzar or Thyrane?
Belshazzar.
Beatrice or Thyrane?
Beatrice.
Beatrice or Belshazzar?
Beatrice.
Thyrane or Thyrane? Thyrane or Thyrane?
Thyrane.
Thyrane or Nineveh?
Nineveh.
Nineveh or Beatrice?
Nineveh.
I'm trying to throw you off. So Nineveh or Thyrane?
Nineveh.
Thyrane. Oh my God, Soomin, thank you for joining me and playing into my silly little promote Thyrane campaign that I'm actually on and is the whole purpose of this show. Really glad you got to join me here. I don't know what you were doing on Mokoko Village, but I'm really glad you will be forced to stick around for that Voldis interview. I'm sure the players really appreciated getting to know you a little bit better, and we'll see you when we zoom on over to our next interview. Can you say nasty? After our trip to Mokoko Village, Soomin and I actually boarded the ocean liner again with a few other members of the Amazon Games team to head over to South Korea and meet up with the Smilegate RPG team in their offices. I can't tell you obviously too much about what we got into, but what I can tell you is we had a few days of meetings all together, shared some really good meals, and spent a lot of time reflecting on 2023 and figuring out what's in store for 2024. There was a whole lot of topics we talked about and a lot in the pipeline coming for next year, and there's pieces of it that I'm very, very excited about. I'd love to share them with you, but I can't, so I won't. Instead, enjoy this photo of our team together in the office celebrating Lost Ark's 5th anniversary in Korea. Isn't that a good-looking group? I can't wait to share what's in store for next year, but obviously you're gonna have to wait till 2024 to find out.
Find the Mokoko! 3, 2, 1! 3, 2, 1! 3, 2, 1!
And we're back, and now I have Michael with me. Michael is the one who makes all the weird videos you love to watch with your eyeballs. Michael, do you know what this is?
Yes.
What is it?
This is a cornucopia, or a horn of plenty, where limitless food comes from within.
We love limitless food. You ready? It's time for us to eat. It's time for you to eat. Are you feeling hungry?
Yes.
It's time for you to eat some Arkesian Delights. We have a little feast we're gonna share here with you today, and Neria cooked it, so I'm gonna make sure you're the one eating it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Michael, show us what you got there. It's really greasy.
It's very hot, Roxx. Tell them what this is. This is very hot.
First up, it looks like we have Monpo's mystery meat dumpling. The mystery is why it's dripping all over the table. I don't know, so Michael, why don't you take a bite and let us know what you find out. That was vile. Well, it's still dripping, so it looks like we haven't solved that mystery. And my adventurous tome still feels questionable, so Michael, why don't you go see what's in there next? All right, what's that you got there? Looks like we got some goblin fish soup. You're gonna be gobbling that up real quick and let us know what you think about it. We wanna know if the goblins made it or the fish made it. Or the goblins are in it or the fish are in it.
What is this?
It's goblin fish soup.
I wasn't expecting a protein.
I'm sure there's protein in it.
What's this meat in here?
It's either fish or it's goblin. You tell me.
It's no good.
All right, I guess we'll put you out of your misery. Why don't you set that aside? Your
Uh-huh.
hands are still looking a little wet, so be sure not to drop it. So there's one more thing in there for you to have. Polish it all off. Maybe you'll get lucky and get a dessert or something. I don't know. I don't really control this, so we'll just kind of see what the cornucopia has to offer you. Look at that. It's a holy potato with teeth marks already in there for you. By God, I think that's Regulus. Do you see it? I kind of see it. I'm impressed. Why don't you give it a taste? It's food, right? Bottoms up. Let's get some more teeth marks in there. Look at that crunch. That's the holy potato with 2 sets of teeth marks for you. Honestly, how's that one? It's not bad. I think he's choking a little bit, so maybe we should get Michael some medical attention. Now, if Michael's taste testing didn't convince you that Arkesian food is some of the best there is out there, I don't know what will. So for today's community question, we'd like to ask, what Arkesian food would you like to try in real life? Let us know your top picks for what foods you want to eat in the comments, and, we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll bring them onto the menu here at Neria's Tavern for next time. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time in Arkesia. I don't know what that looks like yet, but I'm a little bit concerned about our ESRB ratings. Underboob. I did. I had to get it out. Maybe you think you look good. You're wrong. But maybe you think you look good. Can I blink? Cool. It went in my mouth. This little curly thing.
Bon appetit.
Michael's got Mom Po's mystery meat dumpling. The mystery is why it's still so hot. But you know what? We do want to know more about what Arkesian foods you'd like to eat. For today's community question,